Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the fully enlightened Buddha. Dear friends in Dhamma, since we are on the doorstep of the 2023, I thought we should reflect about the year just passed by, and also we should have more aspirations, more inspirations, more plans for the better future. Of course, last few years was one of the most challenging and one of the most difficult period in human history for many countries, and especially for Sri Lankans. We are undergoing a very hard, very difficult, very tough period of our life, because our life has become even tougher and even more difficult. But remember that life must go on. No matter how hard it is, no matter many difficulties, many problems in our life, we also need to take care of our life, and our life must go on and on. It is a very essential how we develop a very positive, very strong, powerful mind. We develop a powerful mind so that we can face these difficulties. We can encounter any challenges that is coming on our way. That is one of the most important thing. So we need to understand what is happening in the people's lives now. For example, nowadays many people want to have a very colorful, glamorous and very beautiful life. Since they cannot afford that kind of life, but they use their social media, they use their many social media platforms to show off and to impress other people through many kinds of photos and all that. So these kinds of wrong attitude towards life will cause them more harm, will cause them more difficulty, because they are trying to show off what they really are not, which is very difficult. And also to have to spend so much money for this kind of craving for showing off, craving for display, our status. So people's lives has become more and more complicated, more and more upset because of this kind of attitude. So when we have a new year coming, we need to have a retrospection. We need to look back our life and reflect about the things we have done in the previous year. So year is coming by days, hours, months, but year itself won't become a new year unless and until you can change the way you think and you can have a newer mind fresh mind, fresh start in your mind. So it is, New Year doesn't come in a new house or a new outfit or a new pair of shoes or new car. It comes from a new fresh mind. So most of the people pay their attention to their body, to the outward things, outward clothes and status, all that. But we need to remember, we need to reflect that it is the most important part of our mind is the New Year is in our mind. If we cannot get rid of our all dangerous, harmful, wicked habits, if we cannot cultivate more useful, fruitful, beautiful habits in our life, you cannot add meanings to the New Year. Therefore, we have to add many meanings, add values to our New Year. Buddha has explained that if you want to have a New Year, there are 4 types of effort, 4 types of strivings, 4 types of endeavors in order to increase happiness in your life, in order to develop happiness in your life. This is called Sammapadhana, 4 righteous strivings. The first one, Buddha said, one should generate the desire, one should create the desire, make effort, arouse energy in themselves, because our mind is very lethargic. Nowadays, the modern younger generation is even more lethargic than whole of human history, because everything is very comfortable, convenient, that makes you more and more lazier and lazier. So Buddha said, you must apply the mind and strive towards the liberation, towards the restraint. This is called Samvara. So you must generate the desire for non-arising of wholesome states. So now you don't have these wholesome states. What you should do, you must arouse this wholesome state that is not there in you. Wholesome deeds, wholesome words, very kind, positive words, kind actions. And secondly, you must also make effort for the non-arising of unwholesome, bad, wicked state of mind. Avoid them, prevent them. Unskillful thoughts which have not yet have arisen, you should not allow them to arise, unwholesome state of mind. So this is the first effort Buddha has explained. Then the pahana, the second effort, second endeavor, generating the desire for abandoning, eliminating the arisen unwholesome states. Not only you create wholesome state, in the second stage you will try to avoid, eliminate, abandon unwholesome states that is already there. Then also not allowing these unwholesome states to arise in your mind, and get rid of the unwholesome thoughts already in your mind. Then you don't stop your effort here. You have to go further to the positive side more and develop bhavana, or cultivate the bhavana, generating the desire for new wholesome states of mind. So let's say You were drinking, you becoming an alcoholic, and you can give up this alcoholism. And nowadays, there are so many young people are destroying themselves because they are addicted. They are used to ice, these chemicals, these kind of different kinds of harmful substances they are using to get high or get intoxication. So they must develop this new mind, new set of thoughts, wholesome thoughts in their mind, and not allowing to arouse the old bad habits, patterns and thoughts. Wholesome thoughts must be uplifted, developed and cultivated. Then the anurakkhana, the protecting, the desire for generating, the desire for continuing wholesome states. So let's say you have good habits, you do it today, but tomorrow you don't do, and next month you don't do, you will give it up. Never do that. Try to develop more and more wholesome, good desires arising in you. And also maintaining and sustaining these wholesome states. That is very important. Because nowadays we start certain things, but they in a minute you give it up. So in the new year you need to develop the four Brahma Viharas: metta, loving kindness; karuna, compassion; mudita, sympathetic joy; upekkha, and equanimity. So these are called divinely abodes or divinely qualities that we need to develop in our day-to-day life. Especially if you are not having so much loving kindness in previous year, it is good for you, it is better for you to develop more loving kindness towards yourself and towards others. And also you can become more and more compassionate human being, spreading and developing, sharing your compassion to other beings. The third, the Brahma Vihara we need to develop is the mudita. Mudita is the sympathetic joy. We see that our society, lot of people cannot tolerate, cannot accept the other people's progress, other people's development. They may harbor and entertain the wishes of jealousy or the intention of jealousy towards the people who are working towards in their social upliftment. So it is a great quality, that great behavior or their great thinking, if you can develop this sympathetic joy, seeing other people are getting well, they are doing well, and they are happy, so we also be happy. We will also develop happiness for the other people's achievement. Then another very good quality we need to achieve is the equanimity, upekkha. In our life, we may have ups and downs, we fall and get up. This is the nature of our life. So we need to develop a mind which is equanimous. We are not moved by the worldly conditions. And also, most of the people have worries over losses. They might worry about losing a relationship, or losing the material possessions, losing the status, uncertainty of the future, loneliness. These are the worries most of the people are having, this unstable time, very unstable life we are having at the moment. So you must look at your mind and develop the unwavering faith in the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha, and develop this equanimous mind so that whether life is uncertain, whether life is not certain, doesn't matter. So, we may have so many sufferings, so many pains in the last year, but don't think that sufferings and pains are bad. They are really good teachers. They make us more strong and strong. They help us to develop a better version of us. So, New Year, instead of competing others, instead of we are trying to become better person than your neighbor, it is more better for us to compete with ourselves and become a better version of you than the last year. So, this is very important. So, when we have mistakes in our life, mistakes are very good teachers. There are three ways we can learn. We can learn from the theories, from the books, from the teachers, but we can learn a little from them. Secondly, we can learn more from the practice. Practice, practice, practice. We must practice more. We must practice more and we can learn more. We can gain confidence. So, nowadays many young generational young people have become very lazy. So, I suggest for you, try to practice more and more whatever the subjects or whatever the language, whatever the things you are doing for betterment of your life. So, practice makes perfect. The third teacher we may have is the mistakes. Mistakes are real good teachers. They teach us to be humble. They teach us for us to correct ourselves. You can be divided or separate these two words into miss and take. Miss means you miss them and you miss taking them. So, you must use these opportunities and use this opportunity to grow and develop. And most important thing is to develop meditation in this new year. Because nowadays young people and everybody is very restless. They are having a very hard, very difficult, very hectic life. So, I tell and I suggest you, please try to use your time wisely and try to meditate at least 5 minutes or 10 minutes for every day, or 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Find a suitable place and try to develop this mindfulness meditations. So, your life must be improved, life must be developed, and there must be some improvement in your life. For example, if you milk from a cow, you get the milk. From milk, you can get the cream. From cream, you can get the ghee. From ghee, you can get the skimming of the ghee. So, each stage of this milking a cow, you will get more and more and more better products, better quality products from the material you get from the first. Therefore, in our life also, if you were milk many years ago, you can become cream this year. And if you were cream last year, you can become ghee this year. And if you have become the ghee and you can become the skim of the ghee. So similarly, we must consider that our life is very short. We don't know that the breath we are taking may be our last breath. So therefore, we need to use our time wisely. We don't know how long we will live. Therefore, it is very important for us to learn and use our time wisely. We always think we have time. We might not have time. Therefore, it is the present moment, this moment is the very important moment. We must make use of this moment for the betterment of our life. So, another factor which keep us achieving something is the fear of failure. Most people are worried and upset about the other people's comment, other people's criticisms, other people's allegations. But we must have gut, we must have the encourage, we must have the courageousness in order to do something new, something better. Take the responsibility of your failure. See what goes wrong. It is okay to fail, it is okay to get loss, but still, based on your loss, based on your defeat, you can build a better and best future. And also balance your life. Balance in life is very important. Most of the people's life are not balanced now. So now we need to be very strong when the things fall apart. And in this new year, you must be able to forgive others. Forgiving is a good quality. We need to develop this forgiveness towards other people and focus on your breath. And also, once a Brahmin asked from the Buddha, there are these 5 senses, ear, nose, eye, tongue and all this. So, what is the basis, what is the refuge for this ear, nose, tongue? Buddha said the mind. Even the dead man, person who is dead, they have the eyes, they cannot see. The person who is dead, they have ears, they cannot hear. Because the mind factor is no more there in a dead person, died person. So, it is very important for us to see our desires, see our anger, see our restlessness. Our mind is a mirror. So, if you can mirror your thoughts, if you can understand your thoughts, the key to happiness and key to misery is in our mind. Therefore, we need to develop a mind, focus on the breath, focus on our mind and how it works and where it travels, what it does. And more you have desires, more you have angers, more you suffer. So, we need to choose what are the priorities in our life, what we should be avoid, what we should develop. These things we need to understand. So, in this stressful life pattern, we must understand our stress. And we can reduce or cut out unnecessary stress. And we can organize our life. Most of the people don't have life goals, career guidance and career plans or their future. So, just they every day spend just like no aims, no any goals. And also, you need to relax, learn to relax your life. because, and also letting go. We need to take breaks, and when we too tired, we must take break. And turn your threats and challenges and use them as a goal. And also need to exercise, and also need to support the society. So in order to be happy in this new year, everybody must focus these good qualities taught by the Buddha and develop this 4 effort to develop unarisen and wholesome state and avoid the unwholesome state that is already there, and develop our mind, develop our kindness, develop our compassion, develop our sensitivity towards other people. Now many people are suffering because of this economic crisis. Please try to help your neighbor. Maybe in your village there are some very in a bad condition, very bad situation. They may not have enough to eat. Even try to help some people with a kilo of rice or kilo of dal, because then your new year will be more meaningful, more useful for yourself and others. So have a rich life, rich in good qualities, rich in virtues, rich in compassion, rich in kindness, so that your new year is very blissful. May the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha bless you, guide you and protect you. May the year 2023 a successful year for you. Namo Buddhaya.